Bulawayo blast, which took place this afternoon. We'll go back now to Zimbabwe, where the leader of the MDC, Mr. Nelson Chamisa, joins us via the phone line this evening. A very good evening to you, sir. We thank you very much for your time. Firstly, have you spoken to the president? What do you know of this in concern of the given elections that are so close, and what are we also expecting as this intensifies around campaigning?
Well, I haven't spoken to Mr. Mnangagwa. I would wish to give him a call and just commiserate, sympathize with the circumstances that have befallen the Mete rally. I'm told that there was a problem there, an explosion, which has not been explained. It's very, very, very sad because security during elections has always been an issue. For the past 38 years, our politics has been littered with violence marked by or these sorts of incidents, and this is what we would want to make sure we put a stop to make sure that our election is peaceful, our violence-free election is maintained. And this is why some of us in the alternative movement and the incoming government have been emphasizing that in order for us to archive and put to rest this kind of culture, we need the involvement of Sabc, we need the involvement of the African Union, and we need the involvement of the international community, because Zimbabwe has always been a very confused and very dangerous terrain for our politics, which is a lot more poisoned and intoxicated by the kind of development that we've seen in Bulawayo.
Indeed, we know that this is so close to those historic elections that are set to be taking place come July the 30th. How essentially is this going to be affecting it going forward? And let's just talk about the volatility of the area and whether security personnel is going to be able to handle the situation should it happen again.
Well, the danger is that we are likely to have undesirable consequences to then convolute our electoral process. Already we've been having our problems around the voters' roll. We've been having our problems around the biometric voter registration, which is controversial. We have not agreed on the audit of that biometric voter registration process. And again, we are not agreed on the printing of the ballot paper. This is going to just complicate the situation and compound the problem. Whoever is doing it is an undesirable element. They are making it difficult for us to move away from a political environment that is associated with violence as a permanent feature and as an anticipated ritual election in, election out. This is going to just contaminate the political environment and, of course, degenerate into some kind of an untenable situation. And this is why Sabc has to be involved. And, of course, we count on South Africa President Ramaphosa to also help in making sure that the situation does not deteriorate.
This is not the first time that an attack has been placed on the president's life in recent times. Essentially, was this possibly just a warning, or was this something that was an attempted assassination rather, that simply just went wrong? Well,
sorry, I didn't get you there. I'm in the rural areas where I'm campaigning, so I'm just finishing some meetings here. I can't hear you. There's a bit of a problem of network.
Just in terms of the assassination, which has now been a failed assassination around Mnangagwa, and we do believe that this is not the first time that Mnangagwa has had a failed assassination attempt on his life. Essentially, what sort of message does this now also send out going forward?
Well, we have had numerous assassination attempts on our life. Myself, I was attacked at the airport, left for dead. My former president, the late Dr. Richard Morgan Sangrai, was then left for dead in a prison, cell holding camp at a police station. And, this is not something that is coming as a new thing or the new phenomenon. We have seen a lot of these assassination attempts. It has happened to ZANU-PF members in the past by ZANU-PF itself within their political party. It has happened on the opposition, again being instigated by ZANU-PF. The DNA of violence, the deportation of violence, intimidation, terror, and this sort of politics is traced back to ZANU-PF. And this is what we would want to make sure we deal with once It is totally unacceptable. We condemn these malcontents. We condemn these people who come in to provoke a situation. We are supposed to have an election, and a very important election for our country, because it's a turning point for the people of Zimbabwe who want to find an escape route out of the current problems we are facing as a people. Now, coming on the back of the challenges we are facing, it's just going to be complicated issues.
Thank you very much for your time this evening. MDC leader Nelson Chamisa just giving us updates, and of course MDC's comment on the Bulawayo blast that took place this afternoon. Joining me